Hello, my name is Cheryl and welcome to the MOOC on Sustainable Development in Business. Really looking forward to helping you work your way through the materials as you discover what's possible in business practices that lead towards a better future for the planet, people, and the bottom line of your industry or department, wherever you may be working or you plan to work in future. In this introductory piece, I would like to share with you some of the context on why you would be learning these particular knowledge and skills in your career path. And I would like to begin by sharing something a bit personal, because ultimately this study is all about you as a human being on planet Earth and whatever endeavours you might be up to. This is actually a bracelet that my grandfather had in his shop when he first began business, and it was stamped, and I actually wear it every day as part of my journey in the work that I do. And when I look at this bracelet, I remember that actually his shop, his small business, was in the middle of downtown, and I wonder if you can guess where it was, because when I look at what he was able to do for his family and take the family out of poverty and give his children an education, and they have since become all sorts of professions, then it really amazes me that he was in this town, actually on the island of Mauritius, in a vast amount of ocean, on this tiny blue orb hanging in a vastness of space. And that context from micro at the level of the house and shop, through to the community, up to the city, into the country that you're working in, and then thinking about the global context is so critical for us to navigate as we think about sustainable development on this tiny planet hanging in space. And when we think about that, I am encouraged by my colleagues' work on what's called the planetary boundaries, and you could Google this and find it for yourself. But what it shows us is that we can actually think about this, the conditions on our planet, containing a number of different attributes that are shown in this, I call it the pizza slice model of the planetary boundaries. But you can see that there are various aspects of our Earth's operating systems that are at varying levels of stress. And really that has underpinned a drive over the last 20, 30 years in particular to find ways for us to do better business, to live better on this planet, taking into consideration these other systems that are being potentially damaged by our actions. My own research team has been working on engineering and technology solutions for how to do things better. And actually this is one of my favourite diagrams, because I wonder if you can have a look at where you were born on the x-axis, the bottom axis, and see how many waves of innovation you have actually experienced in your lifetime. Because these rapid waves of innovation in the past have often had quite significant negative impacts on the surrounding systems, whether it be air pollution or the ozone hole, deforestation, and so forth. I'm sure you know many of these already, either by personal experience or through your existing learning. When we look at the sixth wave of innovation, we have a real opportunity, we think, to be able to deal with those impacts from the past, as well as navigating a way forward that enables a prosperous lifestyle. And that's what we call the sixth wave of innovation. So inside that sixth wave then is a delicious opportunity, I think, through the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, to have indicators and targets sitting inside 17 goals that help us to navigate our way. And in this MOOC, you will be learning a lot more about those goals and their component targets and aspirations, and how they really relate to you as a person studying for sustainable business practice. When I think of sustainable business practice, I'm encouraged by a number of different areas of research and action and precedents around the planet. And this is a really valuable diagram. You might even want to take a screenshot on your phone to remember the keywords, because inside each of these phrases are a world of creative ideas and opportunities to help push businesses towards better operations and governance. So if you are interested then in finding out more just at an overview level of what it means to be studying in this MOOC, here are several resources that would really help, I think. So as you navigate these resources, perhaps you might find these overview materials quite useful for you in the introduction to learning through this MOOC. The first one is a short piece by Simon Sinek on why a business would start with why, giving you the opportunity to think about how you will take these materials to reposition your business potentially aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The goals themselves have a hyperlink, and then the Asian Development Bank Compendium of Tools has a raft of hyperlinked options for you to navigate different strategies and frameworks that you could use to assist you. And then the Sustainable Development Goals Compass is also a useful resource to do strategizing. So once you have worked through these units in the MOOC, it will perhaps be interesting for you to come back to this introductory piece again and then have a look at these resources with your newfound knowledge of what's possible in business practice for sustainable development inspired by the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I hope you enjoy your journey with us as we go through the 4 units, and I really look forward to taking you through each unit as an introduction. I will also be speaking in detail in Unit 1. Thank you for your time.